Hey everyone, today we're going to be doing a rear brake pad change on a 2015 Ram 2500 with a 6.4 liter in it. The lug nut here is a 7/8 inch socket, and then maybe one day I'll do a review on this, but this is my Milwaukee Fuel M18 half-inch drive impact. So let's see how this does here. Not too bad. Just got to get a jack. Alright, so I jacked up the vehicle, threw a jack stand under it, chalked my wheels with wheel chalk that I had lying around, and a 4x4. Always do whatever makes you feel safest. I like to try to cover everything whenever I'm doing this. I've seen too many of these come down. Alright, so let's just remove this wheel. See what we got going on with the rear brakes. Alright, so looking here, I don't have any major scoring on my rotor or anything. The back seems to look okay. If you look down in here, you can see I only have about maybe 3 millimeters left, so these guys are ready to be replaced. Now that I got my tools, so I'm looking at a 13/16 here. So it's going to fit these two brake caliper nuts, or bolts here. So you can see there's the one up top, and then just opposite there's another one right here. So the bad thing is that nice impact that I've got, it doesn't fit. So just got to get your biggest ratchet that you've got, try to get angry with it. Pack that I've got, this is this one. If you can't see what I'm doing here, all I'm doing is I'm just getting back here and I'm just pushing these out. These ones have safety clips. So you see these safety clips here, they just got to come up and over, or you just bend them out of the way. I mean, we're not going to reuse these, so the new brake pads have them on there. See, and once you do that, it just comes right out. One thing you don't want to do is hang your brake caliper by your brake lines. Alright, so I made my piece of metal. So what this is going to do is this is actually going to fit right in here, and it's going to bridge the gap between those two pistons. That way when I get on it with this C-clamp here, see? Now I just tighten it down. And it starts to squeeze them. Starts to squeeze them back to their original level. one thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that when you do this, that you don't top off your fluid reservoir before you do this. Otherwise, you're going to squeeze all of this fluid out, and it's going to go back into your reservoir and have no place to go. So it's going to overflow your reservoir. It makes quite a big mess. Ask me how I know. I don't really know what you want to call them, but these are my old ones. Okay, these are my old ones here, and these are the new ones. So whenever you change these out, the one thing that you're going to do is this bigger end here faces towards the outside. So you can see here's one here. Just make sure that it faces towards the outside. You see they just come out and they just pop back in. So that's what we're going to do with the new ones. Put it into place. All that we need to do now is take this here. Try to do this one-handed. Right, see, and it just slides right on over there. Put our new bolt in here. We gotta line up the holes. Alright, so I got that one. That one was really hard to do one-handed. Do the next one down here. It's already hanging on that top one, so I just gotta wiggle it back and forth to get it into place. Alright, so I'm just gonna tighten these guys down, and then it's basically a reverse procedure. Okay, make sure that you check your manufacturer's torque specifications, torque everything down accordingly, and you know, be safe when dropping everything back down off the jack stands, and make sure that everything is secure before you pull everything out and get back underneath it. All right, thank you. One thing that I do want to just cover, I don't know if you can see it, but there is a gap in between the new brake pads and the rotor. You can kind of see it right there. You can definitely see it on this side. It's quite a big one. The one thing that you want to do is when you get back into the car and you start this thing up, before you take it off and you go driving in it, you need to pump your brakes. You have to pump them up, and you have to get those brake pads touching that new rotor. Okay, otherwise you're going to go to stop and you won't be able to.